Jose Manuel, welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for coming today and for joining for a Bon Vivant virtual visit of Viñedos y Alzania. Alzania is in Navarra, northern Spain, and I'm so thrilled to have Jose Manuel here with me today. So thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Hello, Brian. Thanks to you and for permit to us introduce our winery and our wines. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And to kind of outline how today will go, we will talk about where you are, what your winery history is, how you started what you do, because you not only have Alzania, but you also have Saenz-Olazabal, the Gardacho line of wines. So
yes.
I really, I'm looking forward to tasting through everything and talking about the history. So first of all, I want to share kind of where you're located. You are in Spain, in northern Spain, in the Rioja area, right near, or I'm sorry, Navarra, right next to Rioja.
Yeah.
And you are, where are you located, Jose Manuel?
Yes, we are in the west middle part in Navarra, Tierra Estella, the subzone called Tierra Estella.
Perfect. And then actually, here's an even closer look too.
Yeah. This area is between La Rioja. Logroño is the capital from Rioja, and Pamplona, the capital from Navarra.
Right here,
yes.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yes. The famous town where the bull rides are and the bullfights. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very famous. Yes. Yeah. As you say, Navarra is in the north central Spain. Is one of the oldest and famous wine areas in Europe. Since a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
You have visited us, and like close to the winery, we have a Roman village, for example, when you can visit and to see how 2,000 years ago they were making wine.
It's
Navarra
incredible.
it's very nice for visiting.
Yeah.
Navarra was very famous too in the Middle Age for the wine, so it's a fantastic area for wine growing.
And you are really in the foothills of the mountain, the Pyrenees, right here. And in fact, you're in Los Arcos area. You're close to Los Arcos, right? And what's very cool is every time we visit you, there is always many pilgrims walking the famous trail, the Santiago de Compostela, the El Camino de Santiago trail. And if you look, here is Los Arcos. It is literally right on the trail, and you see through hikers every day. This year, not so many hikers, no?
No, this year, in spite of the COVID, is different. Only a few people since 1 month ago because it's changed. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But normally since May to October, a thousand of people is coming and making the pilgrim's route to Santiago.
Wow.
It's very, very nice thing, and cultural, historic. Is people from all around the world. It's nice.
And we were talking. The only good thing this year is that all the pilgrims can't eat the grapes. So because typically they walk and they see fresh grapes, especially right now near the harvest. So there's one good thing, but otherwise it's not wonderful. So Jose Manuel, tell me about like how did you start? Like Alzania is this beautiful property that you built. This gorgeous winery. You and your brother built the winery, correct?
Yeah. Maria, my wife, and I, both of us are winemakers, and we were working for another companies in Navarra, Rioja, and Ribera del Duero. And in 2000, we decided to build our own project. Okay, we wanted to live from really we love. It's a dream. All the winemakers want to do what we want, the wine. And my family has a lot of vineyards since a lot of generations. We had the vineyards, and we said, why not to do our own project. Okay.
Yeah.
And in the 2000, we decided to start with this project,
With this project.
which is Alzania. Yeah.
Very cool. And so are you and Maria both from this area?
Yeah.
This is where you are from? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Maria is from Rioja.
Okay.
His father is from a small village in Rioja. It's very famous by the vineyards too. And my family is from Los Arcos, the next village from Los Arcos. Yeah, this area. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And so, so you began. You started with just a few hectares, or the same property that you have today?
No, we have the middle of hectares that we have now, and we planted in 2000 the other vineyards. Okay,
gotcha.
Because we have all vineyards from the family, and the new ones are 21 years old. You know,
right, exactly.
And it's a nice project for us because we have a clear philosophy. We wanted to make great and original wines.
Beautiful.
And practicing a sustainable and traditional viticulture, wine growing. Yes, for us, the most important is the grape.
Yeah.
As Emile Peynaud said, if you have good grape, you could do a good wine. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And good grape for us is rich grape. Good balance between the acidity, sugar, and tannins.
Yeah.
It's very important to have low yields, because the grape is more concentrated and is more well balanced, and really the components are higher. And a very special thing, healthy grapes. Healthy grapes.
Right.
If you have good grape, okay?
Yeah.
We haven't to do any correction. It's
exactly.
Our philosophy. Yes. Good grape from low yields, and then for working in the winery, common sense. The common sense. Yes, it's really is to express the terroir, to express the grapes and Orelia, the soils of Orelia. Orelia is an area very in good conditions for the viticulture. Always we had olive-free vineyards. The rainfall, the average rainfall natural is 500, 600 liters per square meter.
Okay.
We have an irrigation in the vineyards, and the soils are very good soils, are especially clay and limestone soils.
Yeah, beautiful.
Good for, especially for reds, but for the whites is good. The quantity of calcium sulfate, so is the gypsum rocks is good for the white wines.
Rocks,
is the area, the microclimate, the plots are very good for practicing that philosophy of wine growing. Yeah.
Wonderful. And here's actually a few beautiful vineyard pictures of your bush vines, because
the oldest vines are bush vines. Yeah.
Well, there's
Garnachas.
And who's this little one?
Yeah, it's my daughter Maria.
helping with the harvest. It's beautiful. And you have olive trees around the property as well. Arbequina olives. I love your olive oil.
This is another old parcel. This is Finca El Poblado. Very nice. This vineyard has planted in two different years. One part is more than 100 years.
Wow.
And the other part is 84 years old. It's very nice.
They're incredible vines. I absolutely love.
Yes, this is 95 years old too. It's a Garnacha.
Right here. Wow.
But in this vineyard, we can find more than 12 different grapes.
Really?
More than 12 different grapes. Really, it's fantastic. We are recovering and reproducing every year different quantity of plants for making a big reproduction of the vineyard. Yeah,
that's amazing. And so, do you? What is your philosophy? Like, you kind of talked about how you want the most healthy grapes. What is your farming philosophy? Is it pretty? Like, do you just kind of listen to what the plants need each year, or do you organic or?
No, we are strictly organic. We are sustainable. We practice a sustainable viticulture.
Okay.
But the reality is that we never use insecticides, never, and mineral fertilizers, never. We only use some very specific fungicides.
Fungicides, yes.
Yeah, because for me, the most important is the healthy
grapes. The healthy grapes.
The healthy grapes, really. And for example, Brian, this year was a very, very difficult year for the vineyard in Spain.
Okay.
Very difficult because in spring we had a lot of rain and high temperatures, and the fungi,
was crazy.
Crazy, and really some big areas in Spain, a very important problem with the fungi, with the mildew, Plasmopara viticola, the mildew fungi, and the grapes disappear.
Really?
So,
yeah.
And it's a disaster for a lot of vineyards. But for me, it's very important always to be attentive, to take care, and help the vineyards to grow in good conditions, but with the minimum. Yeah? For example, insecticides we never use, and mineral fertilizers.
Cool.
Some specific fungicides, and always you think that the last time we used the fungicide in our vineyards this year was 1 month ago, more than 1 month ago.
Okay, yeah.
You think that for the harvest is the security place, is 2 months. More than 2 months, disappear. It's no residual.
Yeah. Wow. And so, and the whole property is how many hectares?
It's 15 hectares.
15 hectares.
15. Yeah.
Great. And when the fruit comes, like your total bottles that you produce each year?
The total bottles around 60,000, 70,000.
60 or 70,000. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's no more.
Cool.
Low productions. It's small winery.
Absolutely.
And inside the winery, the philosophy for the wines is the same. All the rest are, I'm finding no cold stabilizations, no filtering. Is the natural, the level of the sulfites is very low. Very low. Our level in sulfites is less than any eco wine.
Right.
You can control the analytics. Yeah.
So in your winemaking, do you usually use sulfites only before bottling, or when do you use the sulfur?
We use sulfites normally in 2 processes.
Okay.
One, when the grapes comes into the cellar. Why? Because with a small level, you kill the bad yeast, natural yeast. Yes. And the good yeast, they support more level.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's very important because at the moment of the fermentation, only we have good yeast.
The good, healthy yeast to survive and start fermentation.
We eliminate the candida, the pulcherrima, different styles of yeast that produce high volatile acidity.
Right.
Naturals, but with a small level of sulfites, you take off that yeast.
Takes care
only of it. The good yeast are in the grapes.
Great.
And then before bottling, we put a small level of sulfites because it's for me necessary to maintain and to remain the wine in good conditions in the bottle.
Perfect. So let's talk about these wines. So you make 60 to 70,000 bottles, and you can see here how many wonderful different cuvées that Jose
small quantity of each one.
So small quantities of each one. And I guess we'll start with this Gardacho label. Wildly successful for us, incredible values. Tell me, this is under the label of Saenz-Olazabal, your Maria's last name, right?
Yeah.
So it's a separate line from Alzania and called Gardacho. So tell me, this is Gardacho plays with the name Garnacha.
It's a play of words because Gardacho is in our area, in Navarra, is a lizard.
Is a lizard. Yeah.
In Spain is lagarto, but in Navarra we call lizard. Gardacho, a lizard. So it's a play of words. Gardacho, Garnacha. It's good for and in our vineyards Normally, we see every week some lizard
All
in
over
the
the
vineyard.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. It's nice.
And this is
And
100% Garnacha Blanca.
yes, the white Gardacho is 100% white Garnacha. This was a vineyard of Cabernet Sauvignon, 22 years old. But
Okay.
4 years ago, we make a graft with a bud in every plant, and we change the grape.
And you changed
Okay,
the grape from Cabernet
yeah,
to Garnacha Blanca.
yeah. But that buds were selected in the Estación of Viticulture in Navarra, selected buds from all vineyards in Navarra, all vines of Garnacha Blanca in Navarra. We are recovering the grape because it doesn't exist. It's only a small quantity of plants. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's amazing. So, because you didn't have Garnacha Blanca before 4 years ago.
No. We start the first harvest.
First harvest.
We make the graft in 16 and 18. We take the first harvest. We pick up the first harvest and we are very happy because the result is fantastic.
Fantastic, because you have the maturity of the 22-year-old vine that's in the earth, and you get to use that energy while focusing onto a brand new grape. That's very cool, very exciting. Yeah. And do you vinify this wine in stainless steel?
No, yes. This wine we make of this way. We pick up by hand the grapes and we put into a vat for making a skin core maceration for 1 day.
Okay.
To obtain especially flavors and more complexity. Mm-hmm. The next day we press and we put the juice for making the alcoholic fermentation. Okay. 12 Celsius degree, 29 days in fermentation, and then we maintain for 2 months with the leaves, fine leaves. The wine
removing 2 months. Wow.
2-3 times a week the leaves. Yes, for making more volume. Yeah.
Cool. So this is 2019 vintage. Everything that we're tasting is current vintage and what we have available as well to sample, to taste, to buy. And this Garnacha Blanco, Jose Manuel, is, I loved last year's vintage, but the 2019 vintage is incredible. It's amazing.
Perhaps, no?
What's that?
Perhaps it's more mineral than 19, no?
Yes. It's much more mineral. It's so linear and driven and fresh on the palate, really good acidity. And then the fruit is lime, citrus, even like some grapefruit kind of pith, and then also a wonderful green pear. But on the palate, very long, mineral, rocky, expressive palate. It's so cool. I love it. And the value is incredible. It's a very special wine and great for glass pour, great for kind of being on the shelf at really, really good zone.
This vineyard is north-facing,
okay.
Very high slope. It's very nice. It's perfect for the white. It's perfect.
So longer maturation.
And high altitude. It's 620 meters. Radius very nice for.
Wow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So the red Gardacho is 100% Garnacha Tinto.
Yeah.
So how do you vinify this? How old are these vines?
Yeah, this vine is original because we use 2 different styles of vats for making the fermentation. More or less 50% is fermented in concrete vats, and the 50% in stainless steel. Then we put together, we make a blend, and then we put the wine for 8 months in big oak vats, aging for 8 months. Because Garnacha is more oxidable grape, and we have to take care for with the oxidations, and it's perfect in big oak vats.
And what kind of oak? Is it French oak?
French oak. It's French oak, 5,000 liters oak vats.
Oak vats. Beautiful. This wine is one of my favorite values in our entire portfolio. It is so good. It's so fresh and so light and so clean. It's very Beaujolais style. It's it has amazing fruit, really beautiful, bright berries and ripe cherries. But then by being floral, it has like purple flowers, and it really does remind me structurally and flavor-wise of good Beaujolais. But from Garnacha, from the north, very different Garnacha from Calatayud or from, south of Navarra.
Just really. We Aurelia is more altitude, more latitude, and the Garnacha is more floral, more fresh, less color, less mineral, less structure, but it's more freshy wine.
So good, so vibrant. I love it. So now we get into Alzania line. So Alzania is your bread and butter. It's what you began in the first place. And where there's two white wines that we'll talk about and then go into reds. Camino del Soto. Tell me about this.
Yeah, Camino del Soto is a white wine. It's a blend 50-50 Chardonnay Sauvignon Blanc. But it's an original blend. We think it was a good possibility for making original and good wines.
Yeah.
But really, it's not a blend of wines. It's a blend of grapes.
Okay.
We pick up the two grapes the same day. We press and we put together the juice for making the alcoholic fermentation.
Wow. Wow.
Fantastic. At this way, we obtain different flavors, aromas, different components than separately. Yeah.
So is the Chardonnay and the Sauvignon Blanc ripe at the same exact time? Or
No, exactly. We always is good decisions, the date of pickup.
Yeah.
Because normally Chardonnay is one alcoholic more degree.
Okay.
It's more than Sauvignon Blanc, but it's perfect for the blend because Chardonnay has more acidity too, and has especially the volume, the structure.
The structure.
Sauvignon Blanc is perfect because apports to the blend especially the fruity, the freshness, and the aromas. Yeah, it's a correct blend. For me, it's nice.
Really nice. And all in stainless steel tank?
Yes, stainless steel. Yeah.
Any time on the lees?
Yes, the same is 2 months with the fine lees.
With the fine lees, 2 months.
Yes.
This wine is so serious. It's delicious and very easy to drink, but it's very complex. The Gardacho Blanco is lively and fresh and mineral, and the structure really starts. The Chardonnay kind of feels in the palate. I've seen a couple blends of Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc, like in the Loire Valley up in France, like Echeverria, and this blend, you just thought, oh, this makes sense. I like the idea. And I love it. They come together so perfectly. The freshness and the vibrance and kind of the aromatic tone of Sauvignon Blanc, but then the structure, the acidity, the stone fruit, the apples of Chardonnay that are coming together. It's beautiful. I love this wine. And what does Camino del Soto mean?
Camino means way. The way in the village is the way close to the small river. Soto means a small river. It's the area river close to the river. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Oh, that's so good. I love it. So now this is very special wine. La Cardelina is 100% Garnacha Blanca. So again, same vineyard as the Gardacho?
Yeah. It's the same vineyard.
But treated in a very different way.
Yeah. It's the same vineyard. It's the vineyard in my village, in Aroniz. And the difference is that we take, for this wine, we pick up separately the top lines in the height of the vineyard. Why?
Okay.
Yes, because that vines has less grape. Is the soil is poor, and that's why it has a lower yield.
Low yield.
And it's fantastic for us. We take separately, and then we put again in the winery for 1 day, making a cold skin maceration.
Okay.
Then we press and put the juice for making the fermentation in oak barrels.
Wow.
This oak is the mess. Is Hungarian oak, French oak, and American oak. It's 3 different styles of oak, and then finally we make the blend.
In 225 liters.
Hungarian and French are 500 liters,
500.
and the American is 225.
Wow, wow. And how many barrels? How many barrels do you make?
No, we only produce 1,500 bottles.
Oh, so one barrel, one barrel, one barrel.
Yeah, yes.
And then a blend.
One barrel, yes, really.
It's incredible.
And then the wine is 6 months after fermentation, aging in the oak barrels.
In the oak barrels.
Uh-huh.
And does this go through malolactic fermentation as well?
No malolactic.
No.
Because we want to preserve the acid. The acidity is necessary. Yeah.
So how do you avoid malolactic fermentation? Is it naturally doesn't happen, or?
No. For white, we have to put a small quantity of sulfite. Sulfite and coal. When the alcoholic fermentation is finishing, we rack the wine. We put a small quantity of sulfite, and we call the juice, the wine. It's the most important to stop and clean the wine, not permit the malolactic appears. Mm-hmm.
Wow. The acidity is so bright. And is Garnacha Blanca high acid grape or not always?
No, especially, but yeah. It's good. The pH is good because it's low. It's good. It's low the pH, but the acidity is not especially high.
Yeah. Because the freshness is wonderful while being layered with complex flavors. The oak is present. It's definitely present, but it's, I think of bananas Foster. I think of grilled pineapple. I think of like seared lemon. Everything is like this caramelized tone of fruit. So caramel attributes while being very fresh in the mouth and this wine will age for a long time.
I think so. Mm-hmm.
So this is 2018. We have this in current stock. You did not make a 2019 La Cardelina.
We didn't make.
Okay, so we have some stock of this. It's but you also have a little bit more that we can buy. Yeah. Great. It's remarkable wine, and I'm excited to let this age all day long. And tonight I will have this with dinner. Wow, beautiful. So now let's talk about the red wines. We will start with the El Retorno.
El Retorno is try Garnacha, 100% Garnacha.
Garnacha.
But the difference with the Gardacho is that for this wine we use 2 very old vineyards. The oldest vineyards.
The ones we saw in the picture.
Yeah, very low production, very low yield, more concentrated. The grape is more spacey. It's a special grape. And the fermentation we made in wood vats. Alcoholic fermentation in wood. And then we put this wine for 8 months in oak barrels.
In new oak barrels, yes?
Yeah. Okay. New French oak barrels for 8 months. Mm-hmm.
Wow. And fermentation in big oak vats?
Yeah. 5,000 liters.
5,000 liters, yeah.
Then we use those oak vats for the Gardacho, for aging the Gardacho.
For aging of the Gardacho. Okay.
Yes. That's what I use then. Yeah.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm. And then aged for 8 months in new French oak?
Yes, new French oak barrels.
And then bottle.
Yes.
Cool.
Sometimes we put again in the vats, but 2-3 months, and then we bottle. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Manuel, I think this may be, in March we tasted the 2016, but I think this is the first time in the States I may have tasted the 2016. It is so vibrant, it's fresh. So all of that new oak we've been talking about.
Oh no, It's not,
No, it's so integrated. The
it's
old
very, very
vines
integrated. Yeah.
are very complex. The fruit is expressive. It's really all about the grape here, and the acidity is bright. This is maybe the freshest El Retorno that I've had in comparison to 2015 or 14.
Yes, I think too. I think so too.
Wow, wow, this is really delicious. And El Retorno is naming kind of the return to the old way of
Return,
farming, right?
El Retorno means the return to the old grapes, to the old vineyard.
Yeah, like this vineyard right here, this old vineyard
yeah.
where there's olive trees, there's grapes growing. There is no rhyme or reason. It's just all together, and that's the old style of vineyard. It's beautiful.
Yeah. We have to maintain this. It's a treasure. This is a treasure now.
Wow. Is this Garnacha?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
Garnacha.
that's Garnacha too. Wow. Beautiful.
This is the Garnacha.
This is the white Garnacha. Great.
White Garnacha.
Perfect. El Retorno is so expressive, so beautiful, so pretty. I love it. So next we should try the Syrah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Syrah 15.
2015 Syrah.
Los Almendros. Finca Los Almendros. The almonds free is because the vineyard is surrounded, is full of almonds free.
Oh, really?
Surrounded. The vineyard.
Almond trees everywhere. Okay.
So is the name. It's a straight Syrah, 100% Syrah. In our area, the Syrah is a fantastic grape because we have altitude, latitude, and our Syrah is complete. We have very easy to obtain sugar and color, but we have acidity, freshness, good balance because our style is similar like the European Syrahs. European Syrah, it's very different than Australian Syrahs and California Syrah that perhaps are for me too much heavy, too much alcohol, too much, This Syrah is very well balanced between the volume, structure, and the freshness on the mouth. Yeah, it's nice. It's a traditional fermentation, alcoholic fermentation in stainless steel, and then we put the wine for 12 months in oak barrels. For aging, 12 months.
And you were the first person to plant Syrah
in
Navarra.
Yeah.
Wow. So how old are these grapes?
It's planted in 99.
You planted in 99?
It's 21 years old. Yes, 21 years old.
So for me, Syrah is one of my favorite grapes on the planet. But again, like you, European Syrah has a different character than many other Syrah. And for me, I've never tasted Syrah outside of like Northern Rhone that really gets me excited because I love smoke. I love the pork. I love the olive. This has all of it. All of it.
I think it's similar. Right? The style,
licorice and olive and meat and smoke. It's so perfumed, so aromatic. Purple flowers. It's beautiful. And the alcohol does not seem high. Is this what is the alcohol?
No, it's high. It's more than 14. It's 14.3, but it's not present. It's no. You can say it's alcoholic wine. You can say by the testing that it's an alcoholic wine. Yeah.
So fresh.
Well balanced.
Yeah, really, really balanced. Blackberry and earth and all those kind of spices and things that I love about Syrah, you accomplish in Navarra. I think it's amazing. It's really, really spectacular. Wow. I love this wine. I have way too much wine to drink today, but I will do my very best. So now we get into the Finca La Moneda.
Yeah, Finca La Moneda.
So this is unique because you have other grapes, other varieties that are planted in this.
This is a blend. This is 60% Merlot, 25% Syrah, and 15% Garnacha.
So Merlot adds, okay.
Yeah. It's the name Finca La Moneda, it means is the plot of the coin, because we found a Roman coin working this land. I don't know if you see in the camera the coin, you see?
Oh yeah, there's the coin.
Is the coin. Is
It is this right here.
The first century. No, the coin, a Roman coin. This is a Roman coin.
Oh, it's just a Roman coin. Oh, okay, cool.
For the plot. Is the first century, the Domitiano Imperator.
Wow.
in the plot, yeah?
Wow. So yeah, the vineyard of the coin where...
Yeah, so is the name, the Finca La Moneda, the vineyard of the coin.
And you also found the Alzania symbol.
No, the Alzania symbol is a symbol of a king from Navarra in the 13th century.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's an eagle. It's an eagle that they
Black
use
eagle.
to sing documents. Yeah.
So this Finca La Moneda is like drinking like that Bordeaux style. That Merlot comes through and it's beautifully, it's ripe, but it's still balanced. The wonderful plummy characteristic, cherry characteristics to it. There's freshness, but not in the, it has more roundness, more round tannin, more structure, kind of long palate. This is it's really neat. How many hectare of Merlot do you have?
Hectare of Merlot is 3.5. 3.5 next to 4 hectares. For me, Merlot is fantastic in our area, but we have a very good 2 styles of Merlot. We went to France to buy that clones. That's Merlot, 21 years ago. Okay. And the best is that the Merlot in our vineyards has a lot of acidity again.
Yeah.
If you think in Spain, it's very difficult to find good Merlots, 100%. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because it's a complicated grape in Spain. Normally, they drip very, very quick. The maturation is soon than other grapes, too much soon in some areas.
Yeah.
And is alcoholic and with a few acidity.
Wow. Yeah.
High pH, few acidity, and it's difficult.
Yeah.
But for us, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
We obtain all the good parameters. Yeah. Perhaps the motive is because the first plot of Merlot in our cellar is north-facing orientation.
It's north-facing. Okay.
It's very important.
Yeah. I love that. And do you harvest all the grapes together and ferment together, or blend at the end?
Wine. No, it's separately.
Separately.
Every grape is make the fermentation separately, and then we make the blend after aging.
After aging
the wines are aging separately, the oak barrels, and next year, 12 months,
when it's ready.
Blending testing, and we decide the definitive percentage.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, we have one more wine to go, and this is again kind of like La Cardelina, your top. This is the 21 del 10 Syrah, 100%, individually waxed. 21 del 10. The name is your daughter's birthday.
Yeah. It's the day when our daughter was born. Yeah.
The 21st of October.
Yeah.
And what year? Was it 2004?
No, in 2003. 2003 was the first year that we start with that wine.
I love it.
In her honor.
It's beautiful. So tell me about this. This is from the same vines as the Syrah.
No, it's different plot. This is a plot very special because it's a very high slope, high slope with a very poor soil. The soil is full of gypsum rocks.
Full of the gypsum.
White rocks of calcium sulfate is full of gypsum rocks and very poor soil. So the production, the yield is very low. It's less than 1 kilogram per plant. So it's very, very concentrated. When we pick up the grapes, if you break some berry, you think that is good because it's wow, it's incredible. High in color, high in aromas, high in structure, and it's very special grape. So we take separately, we make the fermentation in very small open wood vats, punching down, all is manual, the process is manual, and then we put for aging 14 months in new French oak barrel. It's very
in
special.
barrique or 500?
Small barrels,
small barrels. Yeah.
Small barrels.
Wow.
It's fresh to this wine. It's incredible.
It's so young too. This will age.
Yes.
This hasn't even began to show all of the characteristics about what it is. It has freshness, it has dark fruit, but it has acidity. It has earth quality. It's very complex, but it's young. It's very young. I'm excited. I need to get a few of these bottles in my cellar and forget about them for a while. It's beautiful. How many bottles do you make of this?
We produce 3,400. 3,400, I think. But we don't produce every year this wine. We don't produce every year. No, but really, this wine, 21 of 10, in the bottle, is incredible because you can take different harvests of different years, a lot of years ago, and the wine is in good conditions, very good conditions.
Great conditions.
Yes.
Wow, it's beautiful. Jose Manuel, it's so wonderful to sit with you. It's great to see you. You are such a good friend, and I wish the situation was different, but at the same time, it's nice to see you. It's really nice to talk about your wines, talk about your family, talk about your history, and it's incredible. So please, if you're watching this and you'd like to try some of these wines, reach out to me. Let me know what you'd like to taste, because I want to get these in your hands. The wines from Navarra have always, sometimes people think Navarra like rosé, bulk wine, blah. This is very specific, very special, all about the grapes, all about the terroir. And this man right here, Jose Manuel Echeverria, is an incredible winemaker. Thank you, Jose Manuel. It's so good to see you.
Thank you, Brian. Nice to meet you, and I hope we can meet in person.
I agree. I hope so.
So far in person.
I hope so too. Take care, my friend. Thank you so much.
Brian.